We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Milwaukee attempt to end a 6-game losing streak. Next. Number 72 is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
And here's Christian Yelich now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Pitch on the way. First of 4 to begin the new week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Popped him up. Amaya is there. 1 down. With that, here's a look at the Brewers starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. We all know he's just a great baseball player. He's one of the elite players in the game, and it's always a privilege to see him do his thing. Hopefully he does just that in this one.
Into the box now, William Contreras, as he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. The 1-0. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a curveball here. Good pitch, but a better take, and it's to 2-1 now. Boy, and it's a good night for the old hot chocolate here. 46 degrees at game time. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. Willie Adames waits on deck. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away. Riding in, Willie Adames, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Shot toward right center, and this is going to find the seam in right center and should get to the ivy for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Here comes the first pitch. Carlos Santana comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch.
And now on 2-0, you just can't lay a fastball in there, or he could make it 3-0 before you know it. It's all about limiting the damage in this situation.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. 3-0 pitch. Sinker misses, ball 4. So it's bases loaded, 1 away, and that'll bring up the outfielder Brian Anderson. First pitch on its way. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner. Anderson, playing here in his age 29 season, he was selected in the 3rd round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And there will be no advance here. It's a wasted opportunity as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Mark Cannon.
So the bases are loaded here, 2 men gone, and striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canna. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, when a pitcher's put in a tough spot, he's usually going to go to what got him here, and that's this guy's slider. Expect to see that more often.
Breaking ball called just a bit low. Contreras at third, Adames on second, Santana on at first with 2 down. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. One and 2. Here it is. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Up with it, Amaya. And the throw to first ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Number 20 will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, Matt, every once in a while you're going to have one of those horror shows, and this guy had one in his last start. Wasn't able to get out of the first inning, took the loss, and it's probably been a long 4 days in between this start here today, so he's looking to forget about that one and at least go deep 4, 5, 6 innings into this one.
Digging in, Ian Happ. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. In there, 0-1. And guys, as we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight, they are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that brings up the former number 1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. In there for strike 1, 0-1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Swanson has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. No appeal needed, and there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next it'll be Jeimer Candelario. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
That evens it up, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side. Striding into the box, Bryce Terang. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball one, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Runs up and gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
A ball and a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hap is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Batting 9.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, number 20. He readies for his first plate appearance. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
3-0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack, minimize pitches, and get these guys out in a hurry.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. No score here as we play inning number 2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the 2-out hit will bring Christian Yelich in this inning.
Hey, that's a win-win right there. Solid AB by the pitcher after battling, making this pitcher work and executing and getting a result. Job well done.
Christian Yelich is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. The 1-1. Swing and a line drive. But just fouls as he just misses extra bases.
Man, the batter's eyes lit up right there. A hanger.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Brewers strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
For the Cubs, the first baseman,
Patrick Wisdom stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Wisdom is certainly known in part for power at the plate, in particular in these types of matchups against a left-hander on the mound.
Yeah, because he knows that lefty can't get inside on him. What a comforting feeling you know it is as a hitter when that pitcher has nowhere to go on the inner half of the plate.
Count is 1-2 now. Now the pitch. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Christopher Morrow. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
To 1-2 now. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Struck him out. Now at the plate, William Contreras. He drew a walk his first time up. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Digging in, Willie Adames. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
The 1-0 is a curveball that misses high.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
3-0 to him now.
Count 3-0.
1 out, nobody on. He loses him on ball 4. So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. And this one's in the dirt, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in. Third inning, no score to this point. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2 fouled off. And he lays off the pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked them up completely with that one.
Brian Anderson will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Strike taken. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here's the 2-2. And a slider called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Back-to-back strikeout. And that'll bring in Miguel Amaya. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many. The 1-1 home. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0. Only the first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. So now to the plate, Nico Horner. He's got it. The windup and the 0-1. And that one got a piece of him.
Oh, and that was a big mistake right there. This guy might be their best base stealing threat in the lineup, so now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play.
And now the Cubs pitcher, number 72. He'll take his first hacks here. From the stretch. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian.
So a runner aboard at second here with one away. And that'll bring up the former first rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And it's gone into the bleachers. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
The batter.
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit.
Dansby.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Again, a 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Now batting, third baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Jeimer Candelario. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. The throw into second, and he is in there. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result, he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. In now, Patrick Wisdom, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
3 runs already home here. Outside, 3-0 now.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Striding in once again, Suzuki. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
Well, that's it.
2 down, runners at first and second. Two and 0 now.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And this one's in the dirt, so he'll keep those runners where they are, but the count moves to 3-1. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. The 3-1. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Into the box now for the Cubbies, Christopher Morrow. He'll try to do damage with the bases loaded and 2 gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. 2 out, bases loaded. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Two and 1. Here it is. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. He's set. The payoff pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. 3 innings complete. Cubs lead it 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and striding into bat next, it'll be Mark Canha.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Here's the first pitch to him. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
Now that's second base. Right.
Sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his 3rd baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And a slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Hit hard but fouled off toward the dugout. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
At the plate, number 10. Grounder down the line at 3rd. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at 3rd. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Boy, I don't know about that pitch selection right there, Dior. You have a base open with the pitcher on deck. Not very good pitching right there.
Dan, as a guy who hit 8th in the National League a time or 2, Nothing's more difficult than to try and mind meld with the pitcher and come up with a game plan when you know you got the...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Miguel Amaya will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Into the box, Nico Horner. He swings and grounds it to short, and that finds its way through for a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit. Ready to take his hacks again, Ian Happ, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's 1-1. And he throws a cutter right by him to take control. 1-2. Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Dansby Swanson waits on deck. (3-2) with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
The batter, number 7.
So 1 away here in the Chicago 4th. And that brings up the former number 1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. Well, he needed to get ahead, and he does with the fastball. It's 0-1. Slider laid off for a ball.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Out in front of it, strike one. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Brewers manager to discuss his thoughts on Milwaukee's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Now the 2-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Now at the plate, William Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher.
I got to count 2-2.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Now here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
First pitch on its way. Willie Adames stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Bryce Wilson, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here. Settling in now, Patrick Wisdom. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good pitch to hit, a sinker down the chute, but it's taken for a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Popped him up. Santana waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Suzuki. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep into the bleachers and gone. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
D-Roll, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batter's box.
Now batting, number 5.
Stepping in now, Christopher Morrow. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. The 1-0 home.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Chopped to third. And that's the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Miguel Amaya.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in at the plate digs Miguel Amaya. First pitch of the at-bat. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
The windup and the 0-1. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is into second with a double. His 3rd hit of the night.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
Digging in and looking for more, Nico Horner. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield, but he's going to wave them.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
4 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively and right. Now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Liner toward right center, and that's going to get down out there. And the run will score from second to make this a 5-1 game now.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
To the plate now, number 72. And he lays off there, 1-0. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1. 2 out with the man at first. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I gotta believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Now the 2-1 pitch. is strike two swinging.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike three anyway, and the inning. All set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the switch-hitting first baseman, Carlos Santana.
This one doesn't look good, so.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batter.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
First offering on its way. Brian Anderson is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Sliced hard on the ground, scooped up, and the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
The right fielder, number 21.
So now it's Mark Canha. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. And now a pitch on the way. Lays off 1-0.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
That's inside. 2-0. Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're down here 5-1. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Ian Happ is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Three and 1 to the Cubs left fielder.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Cubs right now, they're looking for base runners. Hey, they'd love to get a leadoff walk.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Fouled away. Once again a 3-2. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And that's the first out. Stepping up now, Dansby Swanson. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Line hard. Foul. Here now the 2-2.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with one away.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring the golden sombrero straight in the face, and he said, no dice.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
That can be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
The 2-0 is in there for strike one.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
The batter, number 6.
So digging in now, Patrick Wisdom. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. One left for the Cubs. Anthony Kay is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 46. Anthony.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. No hits to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. One gone. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Number 10 stands in as he looks at a called strike. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Ooh, wait, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
1-2. Here it comes. This one's down to third. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Tyrone Taylor will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 15. Tyrone Taylor.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
A bouncer up the middle, reined in, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Trevor McGill gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
number 29.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Suzuki.
Very rarely, Matt, do you see a first pitch changeup hit out of the ballpark. That tells me right now that this guy was up there looking for the changeup in that last at bat. We'll see if they pitch him any differently here.
Now the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. The next Cub up, Christopher Morrow. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Yelich is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now, Miguel Amaya. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Standing in now, Nico Horner, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Down and away, ball 1.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
Slow roller down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Sent out to straightaway center field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Michael Fulmer has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Leading off the inning, William Contreras, and they'll need him to get something going here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sliced hard on the ground. And an offline throw, but he just does get back to the bag for the putout. Stepping into the box, Willie Adames. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Hard hit ball to short. Swanson brings it in. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. So now Carlos Santana, 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball inside.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Up with it, Amaya. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 5-1. Into the box now, Michael Fulmer. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Mike Tauchman is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Fouled off.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
And he got him. So one gone here in the Chicago 8th, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 4-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
1-2 now. And the pitch. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Contreras finds it and makes the throw to first. 2 down.
The batter, number 7.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 1-0 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And they will still manage to get him at first. Keenan Thompson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 71.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring up the outfielder Brian Anderson. Down the first baseline. Thompson is known in part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty V. And I call a guy like this troubleshooters. Guys that you can bring into a game with runners in scoring position. They don't panic. They keep the game at a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. He'll try again, 1-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Now batting, Mark Canha. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Bryce Terang stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The 1-0 home is looked at off the plate for a ball. Ball 3 as he misses low with it here. Number 10 would be next. And he'll just lay this one in there. 3-1.
4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Now batting, number 10.
Into the box now, number 10. And he takes ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first will be in time to get him. And the Cubs have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
I expect this series to be a battle, so to take the first game at home is definitely the way you want to start it out. Give that home crowd a reason to come back tomorrow for what will hopefully be another solid performance.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. The Chicago Cubs led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Number 72 takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. Number 20 was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Brewers, 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.